Welcome to what? Welcome to the Wholesale Real Estate Investing Show by Sell a House, Arizona, number 197. Why am I on that page? I'm on the wrong page. No, I'm not. I'm on the right page, number 197. I just didn't write it down. There we go. And this is a Hawaiian shirt, Freedom Friday day. Yes, it doesn't have to be warm out to wear Hawaiian shirts. Just put your long sleeves t-shirt on underneath them, and there you go. Still Hawaiian shirt in it. And this is also a Freedom Friday. That's why it's Hawaiian Shirt Day. And it is also the 4th day of December 2015, which is only 21 days to Christmas. Oh my God, get ready. But more importantly, it's only what, 28 days to 2016. That's more important, really, to me. I don't know. You might think Christmas is more important, but you know, it's a religious thing. Great, I understand, but I also think that you and your life are just as important. Okay. I'm not going to go there. I'm done with that. So yes, preparing for 2016. That's what today's show is all about. And what we want to talk about first thing this morning is, there we go, is John feeling better today. How's that?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Thank you for taking a little break so that I can introduce myself and let everyone know that I'm back on the Hangout. Feeling great today as compared to Wednesday, actually. Yeah, that was a pretty brutal morning I had. Made it to the Hangout, though, but I just kind of laid there and listened passively like a lump. I was literally had my camera muted because I was laying down on my bed suffering, Paul. But, yeah, just to kind of get into what.
But you were a warrior. You're still there.
Yep. Well, yeah, baby. Come on now. Basically, Paul kind of said what we're going to be talking about today is kind of preparation for New Year's. And I absolutely love that because, you know, for Paul and I, it really is. We made a conscious decision last night when we were talking to go into this material because we were kind of talking a little bit about both of us had this handful or these tasks over here, which we were hoping to get done yesterday. And then these other things that weren't part of the plan, maybe that had to get done or some lingering things from the day before. And at the end of the day, didn't get all the things done that we wanted to get done. Now, I get it. We're entrepreneurs. We're go with the flow guy. We're business owners. We're problem solvers. Things can change on a daily basis within a wholesale real estate business. Wait a second. Yes, we are talking about wholesale real estate. Yeah. Inside joke, Paul. Anyways, but you know, at the same time, when our days don't turn out and the accomplishments we set for ourselves don't happen, sure, there's those extenuating circumstances. But if you want to progress, if you want to move forward, you got to kind of have to be accountable to yourself, really, and just accountable in general for why maybe the day didn't have all the things get done that you wanted to get done. You know what? We have to take some accountability for that because we have to realize that maybe some of the things we're doing is haphazardly. If we start our day without any sort of structure to the day or any sort of plan for the day, well, we're just going to accomplish a lot less than if we go into that, you know, start each day, kind of sitting down for 10, 15 minutes and just visualizing what you need to accomplish for the day. Imagine yourself being able to accomplish it and just jotting down a list of the top things that you need to get done and kind of mentally prepare yourself. Take 15 minutes every morning, do this. Kind of mentally prepare yourself of what you need to get done for that day. But what Paul and I want to kind of get into here a little bit in preparation for New Year's, because that's what everybody wants to make a change. Everybody wants to have their New Year's resolutions. And I say, you know what? I'm not against wanting to change and looking forward to being able to be better in the future, but don't wait for New Year's to start a resolution. Start today because the resolutions you're making should be life resolutions. And so in anticipation of the New Year's, Paul and I kind of want to lay out a plan here about how to make your day more meaningful, how to make Actually, we're going to break it down before like a day, what you do over the course of a week. I'll let Paul correct that in a minute. But basically, a system or kind of a structure to your week so that you can go through the week with purpose, with meaning. So you're not just drifting through the day, going through the motions, doing things haphazardly, because we want to be productive. If we're entrepreneurs, we want to get the most out of our time. So that's a little bit of a layout of kind of what we're going to get into here today. So I'm going to toss it back over to you, Paul.
Awesome. Okay. A lot of stuff in there that you said was really awesome. I like the accountability for what happens out of your haphazardness. That's kind of an interesting concept there, because yeah, so much stuff happens all the time coming from left field that you weren't expecting to do, and that is a result of haphazardness. That's a result of not having a plan. That's a result of not being structured, because when you're not structured, when you don't have a plan, as haphazardness happens, you take it and you roll with it. It knocks you down. You have to get back up and keep going. And so if you have a structured plan, you can see haphazardness coming and you can dodge the bullet, so to speak, so that you can stay on track with what needs to get done and progress forward at a much more rapid pace than if you keep getting knocked down and having to get back up again by the quote shit happens stuff that just keeps flying in from left, right, and center that you sort of feel like you have to deal with. And yeah, occasionally there are going to be things that still you absolutely kind of have to drop everything and deal with, but everything isn't that way. It might feel like it. It might feel like there's an urgency to that, but developing the sense of being able to decipher what really is a quote emergency action that needs to be taken versus, yeah, that's a problem, but it ain't that big and it'll be there tomorrow or later this afternoon or whenever your scheduled time is for dealing with those situations. So that's the thing right there. I think one of the big things that we have had an issue with in the past is that and this just comes out of, I think this just comes out of the fact that we are building something and we are limited on resources, and our two biggest resources are John and myself. And so that every time there is anything that happens, it's upon us to make sure that it gets done. And we're building a system that is pulling us away from that enough to where we can really look at the whole idea of having a structured plan where we know that certain things are being taken care of, and the only thing that we have to really worry about on a haphazard basis is the true emergency things. And so that's sort of where this whole thing is headed. And I wanted to start off with the amazing powers of the universe and the law of attraction by stating that on our Street Smart Business call this morning that we listened to with one of our mentors, Jeff Fagan, his call this morning was the perfect lead-in to this sort of structured time situation that we're going towards this morning. So with a real quick toss back to John over here, because I know he's probably got something he wants to add in before we get running with this, and then we'll take off with the 9 critical or specific areas of success that you are all totally learned skills that you can look at what John said, starting now instead of waiting for January 1st as a resolution. Start your stuff now. Use January 1st. Use your resolution to solidify your commitment to what you start now.
Yeah, you know what? I want to progress into what you're going to go into from that call this morning, because it's a pretty awesome little 9 points. So, in the spirit of continuing forward, the only thing I want to follow up with here is what this is all about. Today's hangout, really, I just want you to keep in your mind throughout this thing, is about accountability and starting today and putting some structure behind your day, having some in that spirit of moving forward, having systems or a structure in place, we're going to get into kind of time blocking on a macro scale rather than breaking it down to the days of the week micro scale. But you got to start somewhere, right? And start somewhere and start today is kind of like my kind of mantra right now in going through this stuff. So why don't you go ahead, Paul, and just get right into those 9 points from this morning's call that you brought up.
Yeah, the 9 critical or specific areas for you to work on improving for 2016 are these. Number 1, entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship is not what everybody thinks it is, and what half of the wannabe entrepreneurs out there that say they are, but they ain't doing it. It's not some star-studded, flashy, all this glorious, I'm a gazillionaire kind of a thing. Entrepreneurship is, rolling up your sleeves and going to work, and more importantly, rolling up your sleeves and going to work and getting it done and being focused on your goal and your dream or whatever it is, without even having a clue as to whether or not it's ever going to pay off. That takes some drive. Okay, that takes some internal drive to get you to forge on into the wild blue yonder, not knowing if there's a payday at the end of the tunnel. So that's entrepreneurship. Number 2, and you can develop that skill. Number 2 is leadership. And leadership is, it's being a standout. It's being the one that people look towards for answers. It's being the authority in your business. And again, a learnable skill. Learning about your industry will propel you towards leadership. Number 3 is salesmanship. Salesmanship is basically not what you think it is, but it's simply persuasiveness. Your ability to get people to want to do what you want them to do, and your ability to basically present yourself in the proper way, because people buy you, they don't buy your product. The next one is money management, or some people might call it financial acumen, but it's basically just the ability to know what's going on with your numbers and your money. Where is the dollars being spent? Where are the dollars coming in? Where are the dollars going? All of those sorts of things. And so the money management in all of those areas, very important to your success, because truly you can't improve anything if you don't know where the money's going. So next is customer service. Customer service doesn't end with the sale. It doesn't end with the signature on the bottom line. And the reason why is customer service isn't just about, pleasing somebody before, pleasing somebody enough to get the sale, right? That's part of salesmanship, is your persuasiveness in that area. Customer service comes after the sale pretty much. And what you continue to do for the customer that's going to get you a referral, because referrals are the best business you can get, the easiest business you can get, and the most loyal business that you can get. That's what you want. That's what customer service is supposed to provide. Number 6 is operational efficiency. And this basically is, working hard, or not working harder, working smarter. All right. And the way that is accomplished is by one word that we talk about all the time here, and that is systems. Building, creating, and operating systems. Okay. Number 7 is delegation. Not to be confused with abdication. All right. That is where.
That word? Say that word again after delegation.
Abdication. ABD.
That's actually a word I'm going to have to look up in the dictionary later. Okay, continue.
Well, abdication is what most people think delegation is, and that's pretty much where I go, hey, John, this project needs to get done. This is how it's laid out. This is what you got to do. There you go. Take it, buddy. Thank you very much. See you later. Call me when it's finished. And then when John goes over there and he has no clue what he's doing, because I just gave him a half-assed scenario on what to do there, and he fails to create the project the way that it needs to be created, and we take it before the board and it flops, and we're a big, huge failure. And I go, well, freaking John did it because I didn't do anything except hand it off and walk away. Okay, that's abdication. Delegation is when I say, hey, John, here's the project that needs to get done. these are the parameters. Get started on it. Let me know where your roadblocks are. Let's work together and make it happen. That's where I'm still responsible for the delegation of whatever it is that I'm delegating out. I'm still the one who's in control of it. I'm still the one who has to be ultimately responsible for its success. That's delegation. The next one, number 8, is time management. And I'm just going to kind of gloss right over that one because we've just talked about it and we're going to talk about it some more. And number 9 is people development. Okay, whatever you do in this life, you want to be successful, you got to have people. Bottom line, okay? The world is trying to replace people with machines, but there still needs to be people. If you want success, you need people, and the better you can become at developing within other people the drive and desire to see your, your dream and your goal and work, in harmony with you towards achieving your goal. People development, key element to success. So those are the 9 things, and those are the 9 specific areas that you can focus on right now. And okay, let me take these 9 areas, break them down a little bit, and where can I start putting some building blocks together to improve my 2016?
Absolutely. Oh, you're tossing it back over to me. I'm sorry. You know what? And
I love the blind toss.
Yeah. Well, because I was kind of lost in a thought about some of this stuff. It's funny because this was 2 minutes ago. I'm still playing with that word abnegation in my mind. I've actually never heard that word before, which is kind of weird. But it does exist because I did Google it as you were talking. But the last 2 pieces of that, the time management, and then, of course, your people development skills. All these 9 things to develop yourself in all those 9 areas is so critically important to being successful. So it's hard for me to kind of say which one is the most important to focus on. If I could pick 3, I would say systems, people skills, and for me, I would go into time management as being like kind of my top 3 important things that I'm like, okay, if you're working, you're a noodler and you're working with Paul and I, and we're going to jump you into our system and move you forward and get you closing deals as quickly as possible. Which 3 things, if you ask me which 3 things should I focus on, I would tell you, number 1, develop your people skills. Number 2, follow our system. And number 3, learn how to manage your time. And with that said, time management is kind of where we're taking this thing today.
Awesome. I was just actually
I did the silent blind pass too.
I just while you were doing that, I just actually broke those 9 areas down into another word for everybody and I think I kind of went through it again, but I just want to run through it one more time. The entrepreneurship is the work, the doing it. The leadership is standing out. The salesmanship is persuasiveness. The money management is the numbers. The customer service is referrals. The operational efficiency is the systems. Delegation is retaining responsibility. Number 8, the time management, is structure. And number 9 is people development, and that is, you need people. So yeah, I mean, going to what John said, which top 3 are probably the most important? That is a tough one. Systems, yeah. Structure, yeah. Need people, people development, time management, and operational efficiency, absolutely. But salesmanship too, that's a huge top one right there, because as I said, your success lies in your ability to, which comes into the people development as well too, but your own personal people development, people skills and salesmanship, that's a big one, because it takes your persuasiveness to get other people. They're going to want to. People buy you; they don't buy your product. So I mean, they're all important. I mean, which one do you work on first? Which one do you work on most? you got to work on them all, baby. But yeah, 9 critical areas right there. Awesome. So time management, that's the one that we kind of narrowed in and focused on last night that we were going to come with this morning. And like I said, I just wanted to throw that out there because, like I said, the universe, a law of attraction, threw this in as to what we came here to talk about today, which was time management. And there you go. It's right in there in the 9 critical things that we need to develop for 2016 to better be successful. So what we talked about once that I had a universal gift come to me and my morning masterminds with myself in the bed some time ago was this sort of a plan, a daily outline as to what, you know, your pretty much your number one focus is for each day of the session. Strong session, no longer that 7-day puny word we used to use. And it all begins on a new op day, which is the one that falls between Sunday and Tuesday, that you know as that other puny word that we never use. And so the whole idea here is the fact that your days are no longer haphazard, that you have a general outline for each day of the session so that you know my main focus is in this area, and you probably want to time block a section out to handle some haphazardness during that day. And there may be some other things, but your main focus, if your main focus is on these areas, you're going to be very productive and very successful in each 7-day block of time, which is a strong session. So a new op day, we have determined to be, the first day is organization day. I almost forgot what that was. And that's because new op day stands for new opportunity day. And where does new opportunity come from? New opportunity comes from being organized and ready. All right. If you're not organized and you're not ready and opportunity comes your way, well, guess what? You're not ready and it's just going to pass you by. So organization day, new op day, tie together. And that's the day that you set the rest of your days out for the session. You know, what do we have to get done? What are we going to get done? How's the plan going to unfold here? This is the day you put it all together. And so that's what new op day is organization day. John.
Yes, getting yourself organized and prepared for the upcoming session. Kind of take all the stuff. Well, we'll get into what days 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5, 6, 8. There's 8 days a week. 5, 6, 7 are all about. But basically, organization day is kind of taking what you've done the previous couple days, anticipating what you got to get done over the course of this next session, and just getting yourself organized to complete that. That's kind of what it means for me, because organization, I mean, it's a broad concept, but the point of this day is really just to get yourself organized and prepared within your business to move forward through the session, leading us to Tuesday, or the second day of the week, being creation day. And this is the day where you can take some of the things that you were getting yourself organized and kind of, okay, let me create my plan. Let me create my systems for getting these things done throughout the rest of the week. So you've organized on day 1. You're creating your systems and your plan on day 2. Also, for me, a little bit, creation day is, I kind of come to think of it as a day like if Paul and I know that we need to create a new marketing piece, we try to schedule creation of those type of items too onto creation day. So let me throw it back over to you, Paul, kind of give your take on it.
Yeah, no, that's it exactly right there. The organization day, I want to also just throw in real quickly on the new update. The organization day is kind of, also taking everything from last session, making sure that you got all the bows tied and the I's dotted and the T's crossed, and and then also organizing the moving forward from there as well too. And then the creation day, just like John says, that's the putting all the pieces together. That's you're going to need you made you got everything organized yesterday. Now today you're creating the plan and you're creating all the tools that you need to be successful in executing that plan. And then comes Wednesday. Wednesday, now you would think, right? Wednesday, we're going to put that plan into action, right? Wrong. Wednesday now is the day that we call preparation day. Okay. This is an odd day. For most people, this is like, that's your crazy day. But here's the thing, right? The herd, the world, everybody out there has to go Monday, or yeah, well, for them, they have to go Monday through Friday at their job, and they are required to put in X amount of time over there while, during regular business hours when everybody else is doing business and working and all of those things. And therefore, come Saturday, this is the day now that they have to themselves now to get all the things done that they couldn't get done Monday through Friday during business hours because they had to be at work. And when they got off work, the things that they had to do were closed, so they couldn't get them done. So now they got to do them on Saturday, right? So what Wednesday is for us is preparation day. This is our Saturday. This is the entrepreneurial Saturday. This is the day that we go out and we prepare our personal life. We prepare our.
I caught that.
We prepare our personal life for, to get all of our own stuff out of the way. This is the day we go get haircuts. This is the day we go buy new cars. This is the day we, get our laundry done. This is the day, whatever it is, that all those things that we have to do in life that everybody else is doing on Saturday, we get to do them on Wednesday when all the businesses are open. Everything's there. It's all available. And guess what? You're alone. The lines are short because everybody else that's there on Saturday in the long lines, they're at work. And you're out here getting your stuff done, bing, bang, boom, knocking it out, getting your life in order so that you can be relaxed and free of any external, interference coming from, quote, your personal life. Now, of course, things happen. It's always possible something could take place, but you're prepared in your personal life to now go into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which are the action days or the production days. Yeah, these are your big days right here. This is when you make it happen. You get down, you're out there knocking them dead. And the interesting thing about this is you're out there knocking them dead on Thursday when people are already looking forward to, Thursday you're out there knocking it dead with everybody else because everybody's all getting ready for their Friday and their weekend. And then Friday they've already given up, but you're still out there now. Now you're the lone wolf. You're the big shot because you're still out there knocking it out of the park on a Friday when everybody else is not doing anything except counting how many pennies they got to buy, see how many beers they can buy on Saturday. And then on Saturday, you're out there and you're knocking it out of the park because now you're catching all these people at their best. Hey, they're not at work. They're happy. They got all this, time that they think they have to actually pay attention to what they're doing and pay attention to you. So 3 powerful action days or production days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which leads you to Sunday. John, take it.
Yeah, production days, action days. Those are the days where you're out there putting the plans and everything that you organized and created, putting that stuff into motion and putting that stuff into action and actually getting things done and really working your hardest on these 3 days to achieve the desired results, which if you're a business owner, or in sales or on the Property Noodler team, it's the action days of really going out there and doing the things that are going to earn you money, the things that are going to make you money, build you wealth. Those are what your production days really are all about, leading us to the final day of the week, number 7, which our feeling here is that if you did what you're supposed to do and you got yourself organized right there at the beginning of the session, you went through and you created your plans and your systems and your marketing pieces, then you got yourself personally prepared to get all that weight off your shoulder, all your personal business attended to, and kind of the slate wiped clean there, so that on day 4, 5, and 6, you can go out there and kick some freaking butt. And if you can kind of structure your week to go through these motions, then guess what you've earned on day 7? You make this kind of your celebration day. This is the day to do what it is that you want to do. A relaxation day, as Paul also likes to refer to it as. And this is just kind of the whole biblical concept of, God took God 6 days to create the world. And on the 7th day, he's like, I sure did a lot. I think I earned myself a break, and everybody in the world should get themselves a break. So that's kind of what this celebration day is all about. And it also allows you to kind of take a step back, reflect, relax, get your mind out of the rat race, out of the business world, so that you can start up a new session completely rejuvenated, refreshed, and ready to go. And that's why this day is critically important, as well as all the others.
Relaxation, celebration, and rejuvenation. What an awesome day that is. And you know what? That is your day. That is the time day. That's your time. That's what you're doing it all for. Your time. And eventually, the ultimate goal here with your success is to be able to turn Saturday into a Sunday, a celebration day, and then be able to turn Friday into a celebration day, and then be able to combine Tuesday and Monday into one day, and so that Monday is a celebration day. And you're really only working on Wednesday on your personal life and Thursday on your business, and you got 5 days to yourself. There's a nice little goal, right? 5 days worth of free time. I'll take that, and the money to enjoy it. Oh, you betcha, buddy. So with that, that's a nice little outline on the week on how to get something, create a time management system for you to go out and be successful and enjoy life. Because one of the really things that I like is with the Wednesday preparation day, but you go right into action after that, and that because you're feeling strong, you know that you got all your business stuff in order on Monday and Tuesday. You got your life in order on Wednesday. What's left for me to do but go out and make shit happen, right? And then on Sunday again too, because you've already prepared your personal life. You don't have to worry about doing the dishes or the laundry or the banking or any of that stuff. That's all out of your way too. So you really truly can put that day to yourself. And apply it any way you want. Obviously, you can share yourself with your family, your friends, whoever you want to share yourself with, but that's your call, which is awesome about it. So, John, take us home, take us out of here.
You know what? I don't need to add anything else there. I think that kind of Paul just wrapped it all up pretty awesome. So, with that, I'd like to just finalize this hangout with the prayer that we do each time, which is written by Napoleon Hill, and it goes, "O universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches that have been given to me at birth through the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I may desire." Hey, have a great, what do you call the weekend? A great session climax, and we'll see you all back here on Organization New Op Day.
All right.